Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of ABA with Vic. Now before we begin with this week's topic, go ahead and click the subscribe button so that every week you can get weekly updates of ABA with Vic. This week's topic is Discrete Stimulus. Now Discrete Stimulus is sometimes called SD. And this SD is just basically a command that you give someone. The SD, or the direction that you're providing, is called Discrete Stimulus because we are expecting for the response to be correct, and then after, if the response is correct, it's going to be reinforced following it. Some examples of SD is sit down, give me, or even subscribe. Once again, the SD is an instruction for you to follow. And once again, if the instruction is followed by a correct response, then you reinforce it. Normally you provide a positive reinforcement. And an example of positive reinforcement is a good job, a high five, or even an edible, such as a cookie, a chip, anything that you might want, or anything that the student or individual wants. We've been talking about positive reinforcement, and if the student complies to your request, for example, if you say sit down and the student or individual actually sits down, praise them. One way that you could praise them is saying, "Oh, good job sitting down." Another way that you could verbally praise is saying, "Good job listening." And by doing this, you're giving the listener or the individual that you just gave the instruction to the feedback of them complying to you or doing the action that you just told them to do, whether it's sit down or having calm body or doing a task. We also discussed ABC data in my previous videos a few weeks ago. And then also you are able to take ABC data based on how the student responds to the SD. Remember that the A in ABC data stands for antecedent, B stands for behavior, and then C stands for the consequence. And then during the response, we either praise the response or correct the response, in case that the response was incorrect. We all have used SDs before. Once again, it's just a simple instruction. With ABC data, you can collect data on how someone responds to your SD. Say for example, you're working with a child, and you're working for the child to respond to social greetings. So under antecedent, you could write, staff says hello. And by you saying hello, that will be your SD, or your instruction, or your cue. And then the behavior could be the student either replying hi back, or not responding. And then for C, for the consequence, you're going to take data on how the student responded, or how the individual responded. If the individual responded with hello, and that was the correct response in your terms, you can respond by providing more attention and saying, "Hi, how's it going? How are you?" And this basically is providing a positive reinforcement. You're giving attention, and then you're giving such an excitement that the student actually replied hello to you. Now, if the student didn't reply hello to you, and you wanted the student to reply hello after you initiated greeting, you could correct it. You could say, "Okay, let's try again, say hello," and then just having them or prompting them throughout the way. So under the consequence, or what happened after the behavior, if the individual responded correctly or incorrectly, you're either going to praise or correct the response. If the individual responds hello back to you, you could say, "Wow, good job, how are you?" So by doing this, you're providing a verbal praise, and also you're providing attention, which is part of positive reinforcement. Now, if the student didn't reply or look at you when you said hello, then you could correct him or her. Now there's different ways of correcting this. You could tell the individual, "Okay, let's try again," and then basically role play. If the student doesn't get it again, then just practice it. And if the individual is having a difficult time responding to the SD, just work through it throughout the day. Throughout the day, you can have contrived opportunities or naturalistic opportunities. And this is going to help the student respond in natural opportunities or in natural settings. So that will be all for this week. This week we went over Discrete Stimulus, or the SD. Once again, the SD is just an instruction or a cue. We also went over ABC data just a little bit. We can take ABC data for appropriate behaviors and maladaptive behaviors as well. If you have any questions regarding SDs, talk to your educators or talk to your team if you're already an educator. So that will be all for this week. If you have any questions or comments, please leave me a comment down below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Now, if you have any further questions, please email me at ABAwithVic@gmail.com or tweet me at ABAwithVic. And now we're on Facebook at ABAwithVic. Now that'll be all for this week, and remember to make this week ABAzing. And as always, thank you for watching.